Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our forum for today. First of all, I would like to thank to all of the audience. Thank you very much for attending. Our topic for today is effect of social media on teenagers. Before the forum begin, I would like to introduce our panel member for this forum. First, we have Habib as a preacher. Next, we have Aiza as a social media influencer. Third, we have Azila, lecturer at UiT Merbok. Lastly, Yasmin, work as a housewife. Welcome to our forum for today. Hope all of you was in a good condition of health. My name is Afik Shazan and I will be your moderator for today. For today's forum, we are going to discuss about the impact of social media among teenagers. Is it helping or harming their lifestyle of knowledge? Nowadays, we are talking about the modern life where social media is developing very fast. The world population currently stands at 7.5 billion, of which 3.8 billion are internet users and 2.8 billion are social media users. Teenagers between the age of 13 to 19 years old make up of 1.8 billions of the overall world population. Although adults do also use some social media, but teenagers are still the majority of users. The media is a huge part in everyone's life, and they have a great influence of the action we take in on a daily basis. Uh, Besides serve as a way of communicating with friends, business associates, strangers, and people who share common interests. Websites such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and WhatsApp permit a user to create custom-made profile. It can include pictures, text, audio, and video while sharing it with others. Social media has been incorporated into our culture today to such a degree that if you are not or at any social media site, it is almost impossible to people to take you seriously. However, there are some positive and also negative impact of social media on the teenagers, such as it is a great way to enhance their creativity, but at the same time, it will make them lack of communication. So without wasting our time, I would like to seek an information for further details from our first panel. Mr. Habib, can you share your opinion about this topic?
Thank you, Mr. Moderator, Afiq, handsome boy. Uh, from my opinion, social media brings a lot of benefits to the teenagers, such as it goods for the education. Social media and teenagers education, when it come together, it will be very helpful. Social networks, tools afford students and institutions with multiple opportunities to improve learning methods. Through these networks, you can incorporate social media plugins that enable sharing and interaction. Students can benefit from online tutorials and resources that are shared through social networks and LMS, which is Learn Management System. Social media always be the platform for the teens to find any answers for educational question or any lack of understanding on a certain subject. Uh, a statistic shown that 59% of students who use social networking talk about education topics online. They like to search and listen to the expertise of professionals in different arenas without actually having to ask anyone anything or ask permission from their parents. This is statement from Landry 2019.
Sorry for interrupting, but in my opinion, if some people are responsible in using the social media, such as researching for educational purposes, then that is acceptable way of using the social media. But what if some people took social media for granted? For instance, they take this opportunity to search other materials that is not beneficial for them, such as pornographic and violent material, which could lead to addiction. Researchers found that certain men are more likely to exhibit aggressive behaviors and attitudes towards women after viewing violent pornographic material. This especially holds true for materials that falsely exhibit women enjoying being raped, even though they may have initially resisted. Some abusive pornography material also might encourage them to practice it in real life, which could be harmful towards people that are around them.
Thank you for the opinion, Miss Azhar. Alright, beside the benefits that have been mentioned by Mr. Habib just now, social media sites are all about content in a variety of forms. From written content of photos and graphics, there are many ways for users to participate, engage, and show off their creativity. If you have teens who like to take photos, these sites and apps can help them to hone their skills and show off what they are doing. For young people who like to write or create graphics and digital designs, social media is an ideal place to share their work and get encouragement and feedback from others. Teens can come with a fresh, innovative ideas and get instant feedback. Even when teenagers are making memes or joking around, they are using their creative skills. You might think a teenager is messing around and making a silly picture, but what they are doing could be helping them to learn valuable design skills. This social media keeps change or continue new the trends and technologies. One of the factors can affect someone's creativity in all aspects, such as living in a lifestyle. In a way, social media can be a tool for creative teens.
Thank you for your view on this topic, Ms. Aiza. However, I beg to differ because I think that consuming too much time online could affect a person's creative thinking time. Because as they can get distracted and waste too much time on their social media, they would not have the ample time that they need to do some creative thinking and give it to their fullest potential, which would be such a waste. This is why it is important to limit these activities in order for them to focus more during the design or project developments. This is also the reason why many companies will block social media's website from their network in the office in order to drive the employees to focus only on their daily tasks and not get distracted with spending too much time on their social media.
Okay, thank you, panels, for your opinion. And I would like to pose the next question to Miss Azila. As a lecturer, why do you think social media is harming the teenagers' lifestyle and knowledge?
In my opinion, social media has made certain people have unrealistic expectations, such as unrealistic beauty standards. Our society are being brainwashed and socially duped into believing that our body's weight and shape are a crucial part of our worth, meaning that if we don't look like certain influencers or models that post their picture on social media, they will feel that they are not being accepted in the society and they would try their best to fit in. The Mental Health Foundation study found that 50% of 18 to 24 years old and 20% of all respondents said that they worried about their body image after seeing images on social media. This action of wanting to have an ideal body weight might be dangerous to one's health because one might go into an extreme diet just to look like someone in the picture that we are not sure whether they look like that in real life or it is just being photoshopped. Social media also glorifies fair skin to the point that individuals with dark skin feel insecure. We can see tons of businesses in Malaysia that sell whitening products such lotions or IV drip to make one have a fair skin, meaning that they are not encouraging people to embrace their original skin color. To sum up this unrealistic expectation, social media has deceived people into making sure that one should portray only the perfect side of their life on social media, and it's making people feel less grateful of themselves.
Thank you, Miss Azila, for your opinion. But I'm still with my stance. Social media will give positive impacts to the teenagers, such as the social media can boost their confidence. Before this, you had mentioned about the dark skin can be feel insecure compared to fair skin when it comes to posting on this social media. Totally not agree with that because social media is not a place to judge oneself, but rather than they can search their comfort community and also helping them to understand that a close-knit community of passionate and people is more valuable to keep boosting our confidence. For example, teenagers who are naturally shy may feel more confident about performing, something like doing song covers in front of a camera, as opposed to a live audience. This allows them to share their passion without feeling the anxiety of being in front of people. Besides, they also can make the connections and understanding to the world. Social media allows teenagers to appreciate different perspectives and world reviews to better understand the world we live in. With so much content shared across several different platforms, teenage users are given an opportunity to build a deeper knowledge on the variety of topics that interest them. In fact, AJ Agramal, the founder of Burma Media, stated that increased teen awareness is important. Social media is one of the best outlets to reach the minds of young people to make a real difference. In addition, social media can be a platform that will give a lot of motivation to teenagers when living this adolescence is full of trials and tribulations of life. For example, sharing some inspiring quotes to your friends through Twitter. What you post on social media affects the people who see it. However, it will be best if you didn't get into the habit of posting only depressing content for your own sake. Find the good and light-hearted in life to balance out the dark stuff. By sharing inspiring quotes, not only will they motivate you, they will motivate others as well.
Thank you, Mr. Habib, for your opinion. But I agree with Ms. Azila. And my view on this topic is that it could lead to lack of social skills amongst the youth if they consume too much time on social media. Because by spending too much time online, their social skills to interact with other people in reality would reduce. As we know, the development for social skills often start from a young age. And if parents do not control their children's social media usage, these youth could also experience mental health issues in the future. Based on a study that I read that was published in the journal JAMA Psychiatry, they suggested that teenagers who spend more than 3 hours a day on social media are more likely to develop mental health problems, including depression, anxiety, aggression, and antisocial behavior. As we can see, it would not only affect their social skills, but it could also have a great effect on the teenagers' mental health.
Sorry to interrupt you, Miss Yasmin, but I wish to state my reasoning. The image of social media has created a new avenue for facilitating daily information and communication needs. As technology grows and expands our range of communication, social media is becoming a vital tool for daily social interaction. It creates opportunity for people to interact with each other in a way that is both helpful and essential to socially motivate people. The rapid-fire quick communication style that captivates the millennials and other generations has shifted our conversation from face-to-face instances to through the screen ones. Also, there might be people who are socially isolated or shy to connect with other people. These platforms can give them opportunity to improve their social skills. Upon my research, more than 25% of teens report that social media makes them feel less shy, 28% report feeling more outgoing, while 20% report feeling more confident.
Okay, thank you, panels, for all of your opinions. Okay, I do understand all of your points. Other than Miss Aiza, does anyone else have anything to say?
I have opinions. After I heard a lot of the disadvantages of social media from both our panels, Miss Azila and Miss Yasmin, I still want to emphasize that social media still brings a lot of positive impact to teenagers, such as the social media can is a great way to obtain different skills. Social media can help someone to improve themselves by knowing some extra skills such as baking, gardening, or learn a new language. It fulfills the characteristics of people that have successful career and life in general. It would be very beneficial to get help from certain accounts on this platform when it comes to strengthening skills for entry-level jobs and also applying to college. The teenagers can search about the skills that they want to learn. For example, the teenagers want to know about the modeling. They can watch some videos and photos from international or professional model posts on their social media.
What Mr. Habib just said is a good point. Because social media, hands down, could be a good platform to learn new skills to apply for jobs. However, some individuals will misuse this opportunity to enroll themselves in classes that are illegal, such as MLM, multi-level marketing, where they are being taught to scam other people because all they could think about is getting a job. And some imposter might deceive us to get those illegal jobs. In Malaysia itself, we have tons of illegal schemes that are floating around trying to catch a victim. Not only that, ISIS have used several methods to lure Malaysian youth to join and fight with them in Syria. For example, they use Facebook platform to manipulate a 14-year-old boy to join and fight with them in Syria. It all happened because there is a lenient governmental supervision. To conclude, social media is an easy platform to deceive people as it is hard to fact check information due to the inexhaustible amount of information out there that are not verified. Despite of the unconfirmed status of the facts, it is spread widely on social media.
Alright, thank you, Ms. Azila, for your opinion. As far as I use these platforms, I would say that they give more benefits than the harmful after effects. Social media can be used as financial education tools. In this era of modernization, social media always been a platform to be a great resource for teenagers. There are many cases in which teenagers have created very innovative businesses by using social media platforms. So this is probably also a great way for them to learn about business, sales, advertising, and how it all works. There are many people who make interesting objects and sell them online. Some others even use their Facebook pages to promote stories that are working on. Also, there are lots of social media influencers who can make money off their posts. It is a good idea for teens to learn about money intelligently. By these fields, they can be more independent, not always rely on their parents' money to buy anything they wanted to have. In fact, many of public figures lately come from teenagers itself. They can make money just by their posts, like paid review for someone products.
Those are some valid arguments, Ms. Aiza, but in my opinion, doing business online has a higher chance of attracting scammers. Since we don't know who we are dealing with and only rely on the information that person has provided online, it is very difficult for us to distinguish between who is a genuine consumer and who are the scammers. Therefore, it can also be very difficult to establish trust between the seller and the consumers, which should always be a priority for sellers online. According to the 2019 Identity Fraud Study from Javelin Strategy and Research, it is found that the number of consumers who were victims of identity fraud fell to 14.4 million in the year 2018. This is very concerning considering that most youth nowadays are involved with online business.
Okay, thank you all the panels. Miss Azila, you seem you have something to say. Do you mind to share it with us?
In my opinion, social media has made some people access into online bullying much easier as it makes it easier for people to say mean things. We have more than 7 billion people in this world, so basically we have many kind of attitudes that are being displayed, and not all of them are nice. Some of them are mean. Some can be mean not only in real life, but in social media too, such as mocking, body shaming, and etc. One can feel insecure when being body shamed by other people online. It makes them feel unhappy about themselves and can somehow lead to other bad consequences. Cyberbullying can make you feel totally overwhelmed, which can result in many feeling embarrassed that they are going through such a devastating time and not knowing what support is available to them. Many teenagers feel unable to confide in an adult where they feel ashamed and wonder whether they will be judged, told to ignore it, or close their account, which might not be what they want to do. When certain people are facing aggressive virtual bullying, it can drive them to the point that certain individuals take their own life because of what people had to say about them. A psychologist, Elizabeth Eglander, explored the phenomena among a sample of 670 college students and found 9% had digitally self-harm. The person who couldn't relate to this online bullying must have thought that it is just a small matter or a petty matter, but we must remember that an evil tongue can kill a spirit and break a heart. Furthermore, it is hard for the bullies to be held accountable for their actions.
Right, thank you, Azila. For my opinion, social media sites empower individuals to make social change and do social good on a community level. To empower individuals means to get the ability to change the others people's perspective and opinions toward yourself. In example, at the first day of college, you seems like introvert, but with the social media influence, you can change other perspective on yourself by doing some posting about yourself being extrovert. Besides, statistics showing that 72% of all teens connect with friends via social media and 57% of teens have made new friends online. It shows that many teens use social media. It is not surprising that teens' social media users report that social media makes them feel better, connected to their friends' feelings, and to information about what is going on in their friends' lives. In fact, friends on social media can have contagion effect, promoting and helping with exercise, dieting, and smoking cessation goals. It is mentioned by Sharon Jason, a journalist in 2009. In example, for teenagers who are addicted to cigarettes on social media, they have friends who can always advise each other in preventing the problem of addiction if they are afraid to ask their family about it. There's a statement which is freshman varsity soccer goalie Daniel Chui was blamed for and bullied about a losing season until over 100 of his teammates and classmates changed their Facebook profile photos to one of Chui making a save, silencing the bullies and building Chui's confidence. What can I conclude from this statement is social media is more about promoting friends who support each other than those who like to drop or bully or give negativity vibes. Cyber or online bullying should not be normalized as human behavior. On the contrary, it should be criminalized and considered as any other harmful or illegal human behavior.
Sorry to interrupt you, Mr. Habib, but I think another disadvantage to social media is that it allows content without any barriers, meaning that anybody is allowed to share anything they want and with whoever they want. This is very concerning because oftentimes parents don't always have control of what their children do online. These teenagers are more likely to get influenced by what they read or see online and would easily trust anyone that they meet online. According to a 2013 Childline poll of 500 children in the UK that is aged between 13 to 18, 38% said that they had sent inappropriate text messages. And from these, 32% said that they had sent it to someone they knew online and not in real life. And other than that, oversharing information online could also attract predators. For example, if they share personal information like their house address or where they go to school, this could lead them to becoming the next kidnapping victim, as they have exposed their location to these predators who are always looking for a chance. So these teenagers don't understand the kind of danger that they are exposed to when they are online. So this is where the parents have to come in and set boundaries for their child's social media usage and to always keep an eye on their online activities.
You have your point there, Miss Yasmin, but as far as I'm concerned, I believe the social media can be used as an educational resource, like being mentioned by Mr. Habib earlier. Internet has contributed most of the students to acquire information and knowledge. Perhaps in completing the assignment assigned by the teachers, students are using various online tools to cater the different requirements. It will not be wrong to say that social media and education it goes hand in hand in the modern world. Besides, the teen also can expand their worldview just by using social media. It exposes them to different viewpoints, news from around the world and people from around the world too. It can be beneficial for teenagers to start learning what is happening outside of their world, understanding big issues, and even making new friends from different backgrounds. Social media can be perfect for getting creative, learning how to solve problems, and finding innovative approaches to different aspects of life.
Okay, thank you for all our panels. Now, everybody, we know that what is social media and what is the pros and the cons, the benefit that we can get, and lastly, how it affect the teenagers. Finally, we have come to the end of our forum today, where we have shared a lot of knowledge which we don't even know before. Besides the good things, there is also a bad thing, so it is everyone right to choose. For the last word from me, I would like to thank again to all of our panels today that are willing to use their precious time on this forum today. Thank you once again, everybody, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.